What's up, Tech Gang? Stefan here from TechRight. Today we're going to be comparing the T-Mobile Revvl 5G to the LG Stylo 6. Stay tuned. Alright everyone, I hope you're having a good day. Hope everyone's safe out there. I know everybody's going through it right now, so hopefully I could be a light for you guys. If you guys need some help on your tech stuff, definitely put it in the comment section down below and I'll go ahead and answer that to the best of my ability. But we're comparing the Revvl 5G and the LG Stylo 6. You can get these both at Metro by T-Mobile. You can get these at T-Mobile as well. And you can actually get the Stylo 6 now unlocked. So if you guys want to go ahead and purchase that phone unlocked, I'll leave a link in the comment section as well as the description down below. Alright everyone, so starting off with the displays, we're going to start off with the sizes. So on the left we have the Revvl 5G, on the right obviously the Stylo 6. We're going to have a 6.5 inch screen on the Revvl 5G and a 6.8 inch screen on the LG Stylo 6. Now both these screens are going to be 1080p. The LG Stylo 6 is just going to be a little bit longer. Honestly, I do like the form factor on the Revvl 5G a little bit more, and we're going to go ahead and take a look at that right now. The form factor is a little bit more rounded and it fits better in your hand. The LG Stylo 6 is kind of like a rectangle. It's just like a slab of, glass and metal. But really it's just plastic and glass. But really these bodies both feel pretty premium. Honestly, they both feel like premium metal and glass devices in hand, so you guys are going to have no issue there. But the Stylo 6 is going to be a little bit bigger at 6.8 inches, about 0.3 more. Both these devices are going to have the same PPI, so that's something that's pretty cool. We have a 395 PPI on these devices, and both these devices are going to have about an 83% screen to body ratio, so there's really no issues there. Both these devices also have ambient light sensors, proximity light sensors, and the LG Stylo 6 glass is actually scratch resistant. We don't get that on the Revvl 5G, so that's something that the LG Stylo 6 is beating the Revvl 5G in. Now the other pretty obvious thing, we do actually have a pen inside the Stylo 6. The Revvl 5G does not. So if you guys are really looking for that pen to go ahead and draw and take notes and things of that nature, I would definitely go with the Stylo 6. But going into the exciting stuff, the software and the hardware on these devices, both these devices are going to have Android 10, but we're going to go and compare the chipsets right now on these devices. Now getting into the hardware, with the Revvl 5G, we're going to have a Qualcomm Snapdragon 765 chipset. And on the LG Stylo 6, we're going to have the MediaTek Helio P35. Obviously, the Snapdragon 765 is going to outwork the LG Stylo 6, so the Revvl 5G wins in that portion. Going down to the processor, we're going to have an octa-core processor on both these devices. The Revvl 5G is going to have the Cairo 475. And on the LG Stylo 6, we are going to have the Cortex A53. Now for the GPU, the Revvl 5G is going to have the Adreno 620. And the LG Stylo 6 will have the PowerVR GE8320. So I believe the GPU, the processor, and the system chip is going to be better, and it's going to be more efficient for productivity on the Revvl 5G. So you guys are going to get better day-to-day use out of the Revvl 5G, and that's not going to slow down like the LG Stylo 6. And we're going to also do a Geekbench comparison very soon as well in this video, so definitely stay tuned for that. But the other thing that's kind of a big difference is we actually have 2 gigabytes more of RAM than the LG Stylo 6 and the Revvl 5G. So the Revvl 5G, we have 6 gigabytes of RAM, and the Stylo 6, we only have 4 gigabytes of RAM. We also have 128 gigabytes of internal storage on the Revvl 5G, and the LG Stylo 6 has about half at 64 gigabytes. Now, do keep in mind that these are $100 difference. So you guys are going to have a better phone when paying a little bit more for the Revvl 5G. As far as the performance goes, and you guys can also expand the memory via micro SD card on both of these devices. Now going down to the battery, we have a 4500 milliamp battery on the Revvl 5G. We have a 4000 milliamp battery on the LG Stylo 6. Now we do actually have fast charging on the LG Stylo 6, something which we don't have on the Revvl 5G. But the Revvl 5G has been pretty fast at charging, and I have to say both these devices are kind of powerhouse devices as far as the battery goes. Even though we have those big screens on these devices, we are going to have some pretty decent battery life. We're pretty much going to have all day battery life on both these devices. Now going down to the camera, the Revvl 5G is going to have a triple camera setup, and for those cameras we're going to have a 48 megapixel PDAF, and the LG Stylo 6 will have a 13 megapixel PDAF. Going to the secondary camera on the Revvl 5G, we'll have an 8 megapixel ultra wide camera, Stylo 6, we're going to have a 5 megapixel ultra wide camera. The third camera, we're going to have a 5 megapixel macro camera on the Revvl 5. And on the LG Stylo 6, we will have a 5 megapixel depth camera. Now the LG Stylo 6 is capable of recording 1080p at 30 frames per second, but when we get to the Revvl 5G, you can actually film 4K at 30 frames per second, which is really cool. The front-facing camera on the Revvl 5G is going to be 16 megapixels, and the front-facing camera on the Stylo 6 is going to be 13 megapixels. Both these devices have very, very good cameras, and I'm going to be doing a comparison on them very soon, comparing photos and videos. But I have to say, the Revvl 5G is pretty much comparable to the Stylo 6, and I think you guys will find the same thing. Now, taking a look at the backs of these devices, both are going to have a fingerprint sensor. As you guys can see, the fingerprint sensor is a little bit bigger on the Revvl 5G, so I feel like the Revvl 5G definitely has a faster fingerprint sensor. Now, going into the design language of the camera, obviously the Revvl 5G looks a bit more updated. As you guys can see, it looks like the Pixel 4a and the other iPhones that are on the current lineup. And for the LG Stylo 6, honestly, just looks like an updated LG V20 or V30. But LG definitely has their own design language that they follow through the years, so I'm not going to dock them for that. But the Revvl 5G does have enhanced facial recognition, and the LG Stylo 6 does not. Now, going to the bands on these devices, obviously the Revvl 5G is capable of 5G and the LG Stylo 6 is not, but we really haven't got too much compatibility, especially where I am currently. We don't have too many 5G towers, or they're just currently not on. So honestly, I'm not going to really go too much into detail about that. I'm not going to dock the LG Stylo 6 for not having that. I just wanted to bring that up. Now, going into the Geekbench scores, we can really see the processor shine in the Revvl 5G and the 6 gigabytes of RAM. As you guys see, we have a single core score of 606 on the Revvl 5G, and on the LG Stylo 6, we only have 171. We have a multi-core score of 1893 on the Revvl 5G, and on the LG Stylo 6, we only have 942. So it's about double as far as the multi-score goes on the Revvl 5G, and it's about 2.5 times the power of the Stylo 6 on the Revvl 5G as well. Now, going to the single core scores, we can go ahead and compare the devices right here. As you guys can see, the Revvl 5G is going to land in between the OnePlus 6 and the Redmi K20 Pro from Xiaomi, so I thought that was pretty cool. Going down here, really nothing to compare it to. Same thing with the multi-core score, everything just obliterates it. It's closest as far as the multi-core score goes to the Galaxy A50, if you guys wanted some sort of comparison. And as far as the multi-core score goes on here, we're going to find it in between the Xiaomi Pocophone F1 and the OnePlus 6. So the Revvl 5G definitely holds its own as far as the processing and computing power goes. But yeah, guys, I feel like the Revvl 5G is the obvious choice right here. If you guys want a device that you can customize, you know, that you can take notes on and things of that nature, and you really don't care about the processing power or the computing power, obviously go for the Stylo 6. You're going to be paying a little bit less as well, so that's always great. The Revvl 5G has just been a powerhouse, honestly, and I'm really, really liking this device. So the Revvl 5G wins in this one. But yeah, guys, tell me what you think in the comment section down below. Go ahead and put what phone you're rocking as well. I'd definitely love to know what you're currently rocking on a day-to-day basis. If you guys did enjoy this video or find it helpful, definitely leave a like down below, as well as subscribing if you're not part of the Tech Gang already. Also, hit the notification bell if you guys want to be notified every time I do upload a new video. This has been Safan from TechRight. Peace out, Tech Gang.